I've reviewed dozens of ESP and LTD guitars here on the channel, and in this video, I'm going to reveal which one is my absolute favorite, as well as my top 3 favorites, and which ones I get the most questions about. My story with ESP guitars started back in 2001 when I was given the opportunity to join the artist roster, thanks to longtime ESP artist Stephen Carpenter from the Deftones putting in a good word, and of course, with the fine folks at ESP having some faith in me. I got my very first ESP custom shop guitar in 2002, then my second and third custom shop guitars in 2006. My own signature series ESP, the LTD RE600, came along in 2008, and my fourth and fifth custom shop ESPs arrived in 2011. Along the way, I continued to acquire many LTDs, and since starting this channel, I reviewed a bunch more LTDs and even guitars from the M1 and M2 line, as well as the E2 line. So I've owned and played more than my fair share of ESPs over the years. Fantastic guitars. ESP's now annual ESP Presents video will be arriving soon, and that's where they show off all the new models for the year, and we get a glimpse of all that will soon be arriving. And I plan to do my usual yearly lineup review here on YouTube following the event, but there's something else that prompted me to make this video. It was one recent question from a viewer of the channel here asking which of these 2 guitars I prefer. And these are actually 2 of the 3 LTDs I get the most questions about, with the third being my signature series RE600 and the guitars it's based off of, my custom shops RA2 and RA3. And after much thought, I answered the guy's question saying simply that it's kind of like a bridge choice. You know, they're both perfect guitars, as a matter of fact. That's what I told them. And if you don't want to have to mess around with an Evertune, like the MH1000 ET has, and there's no reason to be scared of the Evertune, it's just a little bit of a learning curve, and then you realize the magic of it because they're fantastic. But if you don't want to mess around with an Evertune bridge, then just go with the hardtail version, the M1000 here. And then, like a day later, literally, I sat down to make another video. I think it was like one of my recent mini courses featuring a riffing routine, and I was playing this guitar in that, and I remarked to myself, it's just one of those moments where I was just like, man, this guitar is solid. It plays so well. It feels so great. It's just a killer guitar. For me personally, I wish it had a Floyd in the 6-string version, which it doesn't. That would make it just the creme de la creme. But other than that, if I'm not doing Floyd stuff, it's absolutely perfect. But it reminded me of this guy's question, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna make a video about this because of all the LTDs and ESP guitars I've reviewed here, well, of the LTDs, I should say, this one is my favorite. This is the M1000 HT. It's got this hip shop bridge, and I did a video on this one, which has been quite popular. It's got like nearly 50,000 views, and I still get questions about it almost every day. You know, somebody asks about it. The video still gets 100 views a day or something like that. And, you know, people like the look of this guitar. And by all means, I mean, it's striking. That's what, when I first saw it, I'm like, man, I want this guitar. It looks killer. That fade finish there is just awesome. And then it's super freaking solid, dude. I'm telling you. Super well made and is incredible and just feels good. That's what's important to me. It feels good, plays great, sounds great. Awesome. So yeah, but the thing is that M1000, or I'm sorry, the MH1000 ET, the one with the Evertune, is also just a super killer guitar. I don't have that one anymore here to show off. It was a loaner from a buddy. He had ordered it and sent it to me to review first, and then I sent it back to him. And I thought, I hung on to it for a few months actually before sending it to him. You know, there was something going on, I can't remember what at the time, but I thought, man, this guitar is killer. Both are just so well made, absolutely super solid guitars. But finally, that guy who left the comment, you know, said, all right, well, bridges aside, if you had to choose one, what would it be? And I said, gun to my head, I'm about to take the stage. I got to grab one, either this M1000 HT or the MH1000 ET. I'm grabbing this one. And Also, I should say, I'm more of a fan of the flat top M style than the MH style, which has that kind of curve, that concave on it. But I mean, that's not a deal breaker or anything like that, but I do like the flat tops of the M series more. But so yeah, I went with this one. It's just freaking killer. And so now we know the two guitars I've liked the best so far out of all the LTDs I've reviewed. But I said I'd also mention my top 3. So what's number 3? Without a doubt, it's the SN1. This thing was a monster, perfect in so many ways. It played incredibly well, sounded fantastic, and it looks killer in my opinion. I totally recommend it. I'm gonna leave a link to at least the top 3 guitars that I like in the description below with the videos and where you can check them out on Sweetwater if you want to. But let's just go through a couple highlights now from the making of this video, and then I encourage you to go check it out if you haven't seen it before. Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Arnold here to talk about and show off my new toy, the LTD M1000 HT. I just gotta start off by saying, wow, look at how gorgeous this thing is. I mean, just the sight of it is what attracted me. I've been an M1000 fan for a couple decades now. I started off with that guy back there. I'm not sure if that was my first one, but I've had a bunch of them over the years. That's a 2002. This is a 2020, and it's cool to be able to just see the differences and the evolution that they made over the years. Just, I mean, the ones I've been jamming forever are just killer, solid, unbelievable workhorses, sound great. And this is like a new level of it, I gotta say. Just looking and just dabbling around. I haven't even really plugged it in yet, just kind of strummed around a little bit after I took it out of the box. But I mean, it's like, so far it feels like a samurai sword, dude. The first thing, obviously, like I said, this finish, alder body with this, they call it a burl poplar top. And I mean, just take a look at that thing if you can see here. I'm trying to get the glare out of there. Man, look at that finish. Let me get this out of there. Just trying to get the right angle there. A lot of reflection in the room. Hey, I'm a new cameraman. One-man show trying to get this, but dude, I mean, the thing is just incredible. That binding on there, I think that makes it too. You know, the color mix that you see there, and that just that gloss finish, and that binding around there, just unbelievably killer. And then beyond that, I mean, perfect weight. That natural satin neck there, I love that. That's one of the biggest upgrades that I love over the old M1000s that had a painted neck. Some guys prefer a painted neck. I think these natural satin, which I get on all my guitars now, is just so much faster and smoother. It feels so clean. And then another super cool thing, these Fishman pickups. I've been an 81 guy forever. I've never really even tried anything else. I really had no interest to try anything else, but finally got a guitar with some Fishmans. It comes stock in this M1000 HT here. And so we're gonna plug it in and check that out in just a sec. The hip shot bridge, super cool. I've been into these lately. I'm typically a Floyd guy as well, but man, these things, they just stay in tune so well, and just the easiest bridge I've ever seen to intonate. Dude, but yeah, ebony fretboard, 24 extra jumbo, 25.5 inch scale, all the regular stuff that you'd want just on a shredding metal guitar. All right, so yeah, like I said, I'll have a bunch of links in the description below here if you wanna check them out. Different things like that, but appreciate it if you've made it this far, and still love ESP. I just love guitars, man. Everything about them, and I think you do too if you've made it this far. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. Check out my Patreon page with tons of cool guitar lessons, riffing courses, all sorts of good stuff like that that's going on right now. It's blowing up, it's doing well, things are cool there. It's a great community, awesome community vibes. I recommend that. I've also got a guitar instructional DVD, which who's buying DVDs anymore these days, right? But the thing is, it ships with 10 free custom guitar picks, a lot of my sweet picks from all the shows Kamira's been doing over the past couple of years, and some just other ones in there. So recommend checking that out. Links for everything I'm talking about here in the description below. Cheers, appreciate y'all watching. See you on the next one.